so we're just spicing things up. Mid-tempo, brand spanking new there from Wizkid, Troubled Mind. But it's time for great conversations. Victor Oteri here in the building. Lila Gadamo also here in the building. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Very well.
Troubled
It's good to
Minds.
be back on radio.
Yes, we're back this morning. And I'm wondering why you're playing some Troubled Minds.
No, it's not basically about troubled mind. It's about easing off the troubled mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how we can ease that for the Motor Republic this morning. What are the roads looking like so far so good, Mike James?
Well, a whole lot going down, but most areas are quite free.
Okay, that's good.
I wonder what's happening these days. That people have decided to drop their cars.
It's all because of the cost of fuel. All right. So I'm sure some people are doing what you call riding, what do you call it now? Ride sharing?
Ride sharing.
Yeah, so lots of that is going on as well.
And even aside that too, we have so many options now. Multimodal transportation policies.
Yes, true.
People can decide to make use of the waterways.
The waterways.
And we have the trains as well.
That's right. The red line, the blue line, they are functioning effectively. All right, so that's the case. We have fewer vehicles on the road, like you said.
And we shall be talking about all these during the 9 o'clock hour.
Definitely, on Lagos transport, trends and perspectives. But before then, there'll be lots to chew on the program this morning. But quickly, let's run through the traffic situation. Those heading to the island this morning, Mike, what's it saying?
Okay, so a few minutes before you walked into the studio, Adelaide and High, had a conversation on, the stretch of the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway, and we also did some review covering the Ikorodu Road and the island via the Third Mainland Bridge. So for Lagos-Abeokuta bound travelers, the busy areas are the tip of Jubilee Bridge. As motorists approach the tip of Jubilee, it's just slightly busy.
And it's all due to commercial vehicles,
commercial
right?
vehicles,
I'm just wondering, is there nothing that can be done about this so-called yellow buses?
So that's why we have the traffic managers.
So maybe more needs to be done.
Absolutely.
The tip of the bridge, is that where they should be picking passengers?
No. Even at mile 12, as you descend the bridge, so you face the same
You
thing.
see them there.
It's just a normal occurrence of a motorist coming from Ikorodu.
Right.
Yeah.
So people say if the pedestrians or perhaps if the passengers are not there, the commuters, if they're not there, then the commercial buses will not be able to park there.
So we have our own role to
so
play.
the rules of the commuters also plays a role there, right? Okay, then.
So approaching the Lake Pool, that's the usual one. Commercial activities at the Lake Pool.
Always there.
Always there. Now, the usual, Ile Zikinwad National. A slow movement.
Okay, usual. That's the normal occurrence.
A
there.
common denominator.
That's right. So it's slow. How many lanes? 4 lanes? 5 lanes?
5 merging into 2 lanes.
2. By the time you get to national.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
So it's almost a uphill struggle for
But beyond that point, in what's
fantastic movement, and of course approaching Bolade, some slight delays expected. This is owing to alternation. Bolade and Brown John.
Then so that's what Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway is looking like.
or the
Not the commercial,
passengers?
the passengers.
The passengers.
Okay, so
you know that we've had several options. There was a time policemen were there arresting people.
Right.
Then that stopped. Then they had this mesh.
yeah, that was put across.
Yes,
and
then you
people
find
tore
people,
it
they tore it down.
in the night and all of that.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Nation at Osborne Foreshore intersection.
all right.
So at Adeniji, the slow movement.
All right, quickly,
begins.
let's touch on the other side of town. Lekki Ajah corridor. Any news from there too?
Oh, well, for the Lekki Ajah bound travelers, I think things are still looking very fine.
All right, no
Yes.
major breakdowns this morning.
Oh, none from
Okay,
there.
so it's very good. It means Tuesday morning, it's a very good one indeed. Even though we call it Build Up Tuesday, it's not really building up as usual.
Yes, sir.
Things are still looking fair. So far, so good. All right, then that'll give us some time to have some good conversation on the program this morning. It's going to be a double dose, by the way. First off, we'll be branching to the health industry, the health sector, as the case may be. And this time around, we're talking health insurance. There's a staggering statistic that says only 3 to 4% of Nigerians between ages 15 to 49 are plugged into health insurance. So 97% pay out of their pockets when they go to the hospitals. Dele, is that shocking?
It is.
Mm.
It is. Knowing that the appeal, the talk about health insurance has been on now for some years. So 97%
Uninsured.
uninsured.
I mean, they go out there to spend their money to just pay. So that's staggering, right? So we need to do something about that. And that's why we have this HMO. They're called Bastion HMO. They're coming on the program this morning.
Okay.
And they'll be, making us understand the idea of health insurance and how they plug into the system too. So we'll be connecting with that from 8:45. And next up, Lagos transport trends and perspectives. We're back to the world of parking. So we'll be connecting with the Lagos State government's intervention for parking in Lagos through the auspices of the Lagos State Parking Authority. Right.
Okay.
That's going to be the focus. Dele is here with a bag full of news. All right, Dele, what's up? Anything new?
Okay, so there's this news about the JAMB setting 320 for benchmark for under 16 candidates.
Why?
For under 16 candidates, so saying that they have to score at least 320.
Well, I think that's too much. They could have just even done like 70% or 60, or you just pegged it at 300 and above.
This is 300. Well, probably because they feel they're 16 or under 16, their brains are still sharp. They are still very, sharp and alert, so they should be able to read and.
As if they scored up to that when they were in their own time.
But times are changing. We've talked about it on this program. That times are changing.
All right, I feel that's going overboard a bit. I mean, for you to say they have to score 320 before they can be considered. All right, any other news?
Maybe it's also a way of discouraging under 16 candidates.
That could just be the strategy, the motive behind the whole policy.
Yeah, but if you have, a child that has gone through the system, he's already in SS3 by age 15. Are you going to say, don't write jump?
Well,
is it his fault that he got to SS3 by age 15?
Hence the 360. 360 mark. So, but let's see how that pans out. At least within the next 1 year, we'll be monitoring that to see how effective that is.
All right. Okay then. Any other news to digest this morning?
Well, there are talks that Dangote Refinery is also eyeing food production capacity, but nobody has been able to pinpoint where they're getting crude from.
All right. I'm sure that you'll be serving a whole lot of this, more of this during the course of the program.
Yes.
All right. Then birthday profile as well. By 9 o'clock, we'll be celebrating those who are marking their birthdays as well.
All this and more on Your Side Mirror with Victor Oteri. Stay here with us.
Hello, everyone.
This great Tuesday morning, we give God the glory for His mercies upon our life. Today is the 11th of February, the year 2025. How are things panning out with you as you move from one location to the other? We are your ready companions, supplying those infos that will keep you 1,000 miles ahead of the information barriers. My name is Victor Oteri. Let's join Daily Academy right now as she brings us newspaper headlines.
Taking a look at the Punch newspaper, also have Guardian, Tribune, and Alausa Alert. From the Punch newspaper, varsity admission, JAM sets 320 UTME benchmark for under 16 candidates. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board says candidates under the age of 16 can be considered for admission into tertiary institutions if they demonstrate that they are academically exceptional by scoring 80% and above in the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. Given that the total score of the UTME is 400 marks, 80 represents a minimum score of 320. Dangote Refinery eyes full production capacity, silent on crude source. The Dangote Petroleum Refinery says it has raised daily production to 85% of its 650,000 barrels per day capacity, hoping to hit full capacity in the next 30 days. Officials of the firm, however, declined to state where the plant intends to source its crude oil as supply from Nigeria has been limited. 4 declared wanted over foiled drug shipments to Saudi Arabia, Qatar. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has declared 4 individuals wanted for their alleged roles in a drug trafficking syndicate linked to Lagos drug kingpin Alhaji Suleiman Ganiyu, also known as Barishine. Barishine was arrested on August 26, 2024, 2 years after coming under the radar of the Anti-Narcotics Agency. Also taking a look at the Punch newspaper, NRC APM terminal begin Lagos-Ibadan freight services. The Nigerian Railway Corporation, in partnership with APM Terminals, has expanded cargo movement from the Apapa port in Lagos to NRC's freight yard in Moniya, Ibadan, Oyo State. At the flag-off ceremony of the standard gauge rail on Monday in Apapa, Lagos, the new managing director of the NRC, Dr. Kayode Okwefa, promised that no stone will be left unturned as the rail system is vital under President Bola Tinubu's government. Interpol arrests 36 in Nigeria criminal raid, recovers $3 million. The International Criminal Police Organization says it arrested no fewer than 36 suspects for offenses bordering on fraud and human trafficking in a coordinated operation with security agencies in Nigeria. The paper learned from a statement obtained on the Interpol's website on Monday that the operation also led to the recovery of $3 million among other exhibits. From Guardian newspaper, women sexually violated or killed every 10 minutes in Nigeria. A recent report by the Salama Sexual Assault Referral Center, SARC, has revealed that every 10 minutes, a woman is either sexually violated or killed in Nigeria. The study followed findings by the center indicating that between 2019 and 2025, about 4,426 women, girls, and children across 8 council areas of Kaduna State had experienced one form of gender-based violence or the other. Court Court adjourns trial indefinitely as Kano queries judge's jurisdiction. Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court, Abuja, yesterday indefinitely adjourned the trial of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. The decision follows Kanu's insistence that Nyako cannot preside over his case, citing her previous recusal. Kanu yesterday questioned the jurisdiction of Justice Nyako about trying him. And from Tribune, farmers seek sustainability of restrictions on importation of poultry products. The federal government has been implored to continue to sustain the current import restriction policy on poultry and poultry products, especially frozen poultry products and table eggs, into the country. Poultry farmers in the country, under the aegis of the Poultry Association of Nigeria, PAN, made the call through its national president, Sunday Iziobiora, in an interview. U.S. FEMA spends $59 million to house illegal immigrants in New York last week, Musk. Tesla owner Elon Musk has revealed that the Department of Government Efficiency uncovered that the Federal Emergency Management Agency spent $59 million last week to house illegal immigrants in luxury hotels in New York City. The revelation follows an executive order issued by President Donald Trump in late January, which established the FEMA Review Council. How EU is supporting youths to develop competencies in governance, politics. The European Union is complementing the efforts of the Nigerian government to improve and strengthen democracy across the country by supporting programs that build the capacity of young people in politics and governance. Through the Support to Democratic Governance in Nigeria program, the EU funds the Yaga Africa's Constituency Office Internship program. I'll take the last one from Alausa Alert. First Lady rallies support for women's rights. The First Lady of Lagos State, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has urged all stakeholders to stand united in advocating for women's rights and opportunities. This, she noted, is needed to ensure that women, no matter their status and location, are equipped with the right tools and resources they need to thrive. That's it. You can pick up a copy of any of the dailies. Go online to read more. Also, interact with us via our social media platforms on X, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Traffic Radio 961, and follow me across social media at Dele Agadumu.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Adibola. I'm an entrepreneur and a motorcycle enthusiast. Keep listening to Your Side Mirror on Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It simply rocks.
Are you a business owner struggling with how you buy, record, store, and sell your products effectively? Look no further. Manage your processes smarter with Paybox 360.
Imagine receiving orders from multiple channels, whether it's web POS, offline POS, through instant web, mobile phones, or microsites.
Paybox 360 helps you stay ahead with automated reordering to restock effortlessly.
And there's more. You also get a free POS system for seamless transactions, built-in accounting tools to track your finances effortlessly.
Whether you're running a supermarket, restaurant, chain of stores, or a single outlet, Paybox 360 gives you the tools to simplify operations.
Paybox 360 also offers powerful modules like HR management to automate payroll and offer employee benefits and spend management to track expenses and budgets seamlessly. Dial star 347 star 180 star 15 hash or call us at 020-133-00172 today.
Paybox 360. Buy, store, sell, and succeed.
Hi, Emeka.
Yemi, I learned that Betano is sending 3 football fans to England to watch the big game of Aston Villa versus Tottenham for free. Imagine us going there together. That would be amazing. Okay, bye.
What? He hung up to play.
Play with Betano and stand a chance to win an all-inclusive trip to the UK to watch live the big game of Aston Villa versus Tottenham. Betano, proud partner of Aston Villa. Play responsibly. Available only to those over the age of 18. The promo is valid from November 1st to February 28th, 2025.
Transportation is a prime mover of the economy and a centerpiece of our lives. While many states in Nigeria are grappling with transportation challenges, Lagos State has emerged as an excellent example of how innovative policies and strategic investment can lead to a world-class multimodal transport system. For up-to-date information on the innovative projects, policies and solutions upholding the Lagos transport system, tune in to Lagos Transport Trends and Perspective. Lagos Transport Trends and Perspectives is a 45-minute program designed to project the successes, ongoing projects, and the latest mobility trends in the Lagos transport system. Join us every Tuesday, 9:15 to 10 a.m. on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM as we dive deep into the issues that matter most for everyone within the transportation equation of Lagos. Tune in and listen to stakeholders, industry players, and transportation experts prefer innovative solutions to problems bordering on public transport, road safety, and strategies to ease congestion to exploring new mobility trends. Tuesdays, 9:15 a.m. on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Lagos Transport Trends and Perspectives is powered by the Lagos State Ministry of Transportation. Don't miss it.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We're back on the block, and of course, it's time for us to roll and move along this morning. The Central Business District Akpongbo corridor slow due to ongoing expansion joint maintenance work, which is on Eco Bridge immediately after Eco Bridge by NEPA inwards Akpongbo. All right, so immediately after that point, it is looking good while we have traffic managers on ground doing the needful within that particular corridor. That's sent in by our traffic managers. Quickly touching on one or two, we earlier talked about a broken down car with mechanical fault at Sele Naiza. That's the Selenizer Bridge, inwards mile 2. But the good news, it has been taken off, so it's a much better drive navigating through that corridor this morning. Most other areas we're touching are still looking pretty cool and calm. I will be serving you more updates from time to time. All right, then. So quickly, let's do something about our health. While you drive, we want you to stay healthy, and that's why we're looking at Health Insurance 101 in Nigeria, your smartest way to affordable health care. And joining me in the studios this morning, I've got Dr. Akinkumi, Group Head Medical Operations for Bastion HMO. Nice to have you in the building, Dr. Akinkumi. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
Happy New Year to you.
You too.
All right, then. So we've trekked this road before, Dr. Kukumi, armed with nothing else other than the zeal to empower Nigerians with the tool of knowledge about health insurance. So how are we performing with health insurance in Nigeria?
Yes, I mean, the health insurance fair nationwide has been impressive, you know, although we still have a long way to go, but I mean, we've come leaps and bounds over the last few years. You know, the last decade or so, it's been said that only a handful of Nigerians actually have access to health insurance. Just about 3% of people aged between 18 and 49 actually have access, but I think that number has grown significantly in the last decade or so, and so we are seeing a lot more people embracing.
People are tapping into it right now.
Exactly. The enlightenment is better, the awareness is better, and people are seeing the need to actually have health insurance cover their health needs.
So let's break it down for our listeners. So what is health insurance?
Yeah, so health insurance basically is, I can say it's a contract, you know, between an individual or a group of people and the insurer. The insurer in this case is the Health Maintenance Organization, HMO, of which Bastion Health is one of the major HMOs in the country, whereby they pay a premium. So the money they pay for them to be able to have access to affordable healthcare is called a premium. They pay that premium to buy a policy, and then the HMO is able to take care of, the medical needs, because they partner with the hospitals, the healthcare providers. So these enrollees that we call them, so people that purchase healthcare plans are called enrollees. Right. They can go to the hospital without having to incur any cost or very little cost, and then not just for them but also for their families as well.
So why is health insurance important?
It's very important because it takes up that financial burden. We understand that today in Nigeria, we still have a lot of people, especially in the remote areas, that earn less than $1 a day. And health care, of course, we know it's very expensive. And it's important that people are able to save money. People have other needs. They need to eat, they need to go out, and things like that. So it's important that they spend as little as possible in taking care of their health. Health can be unpredictable. Illness can be unpredictable. Anything can happen at any time.
Right.
So it's important that you are prepared for that, and being able to get health insurance at the right time will give you that right preparation.
All right. So when we look at the health insurance value chain in Nigeria, where can we situate Bastion Health?
Yeah, Bastion Health is actually a nationwide HMO. So we are present in all the major regions, of the country. And it's a HMO that started about 3.5 years ago, thereabouts in 2021. And we've been significantly getting better leaps and bounds. We are in all the regions, and at present we have over 2,400 healthcare providers that we partner with.
All right.
We partner with large organizations, SME organizations, as well as individuals and families as a whole.
Right. So there is a regulator for this sector, right?
Yes, there is.
And you guys as HMOs or the health maintenance agencies plug into this to serve the people under that regulator. Is that correct?
Yes, it's very important that we mention the regulator here, which is National Health Insurance Authority. This used to be the National Health Insurance Scheme, but in 2022, under the presidency of Buhari, we had the change from National Health Insurance Scheme to National Health Insurance Authority, and they made it mandatory. There's a National Health Insurance Act that made it mandatory that every citizen and every legal resident of Nigeria must have some form of health insurance.
So it is mandatory?
Yes, it is mandatory.
And yet we still have less than 10% of people.
Exactly. So that's why I said it's been something that has been stalling for a while, but in the last few years it has actually increased, because the government too have their own form of health insurance, which is social health insurance. So but the HMOs are just supporting the government and being able to provide a much more robust.
All right. So we have so many HMOs. Is that correct?
Yes, we do.
All right. So let's now situate your own HMO, which is Bastion Health. How unique, or perhaps what are you bringing to the table that is different from others?
Yes, of course. Not to blow our own trumpets, but Bastion Health focuses on convenience and flexibility, and of course we have a very robust technology platform, which is our major selling point. We have the Bastion HMO app, where a lot of things are going on there. You can actually speak to a doctor without even going to the hospital. We know the challenges experienced by people when they go to the hospital, the long waiting times, people spending 2-3 hours in the hospital just to see a doctor, not being able to get their medications on time and things like that. So through that robust technology platform, you can even speak to a doctor. You can even get your medications after you get a diagnosis from the doctor to be delivered to your workplace or even to your house.
You mean it?
Yes, exactly.
Wow. That sounds too good to be true.
It's very much true. It's very much true. And that is what has made us stand out, from the crowd in this HMO space. Even in terms of people going to the hospital, we're able to pre-book appointments. So you don't go to the hospital and just be waiting. You don't know what to do. You go on the app, you can book an appointment, and then we from our end will be able to reach out to the hospital and say that this person needs to see a particular specialist tomorrow, for instance. And then you get there and you don't have much waiting time. In terms of medications as well, that's also a major complaint from many people. Release that they go to the hospital, they give them substandard drugs. I said I want this one, they gave me this one, and then people think that they give preference to cash paying customers.
That was the idea.
Yes, because they say cash is king, right?
Right.
But we have that relationship with the hospitals whereby we let them see that people under Bastion HMO are not second-class citizens.
Okay, let's talk about those things that can be covered. But before then, quickly, let's reflect through the health insurance plans that are available under Bastion Health.
Yes, so as I said, we cater to different array groups of individuals.
All right.
Large corporate organization, the banks, the oil companies. We also have the small retail companies as well, people who just have 10, 20 people in their company. And of course, most importantly, and that is what we are really driving to in 2025, individuals, especially people, who are not so much financially blessed to be able to afford the higher plans. I mean, with as little as 25,000 naira, you can actually have access to a plan. I'm not talking about monthly here. I'm talking about annually payments.
25,000.
25,000 naira.
What does that cover, please? Let's know.
You can go to the hospital. You can see a specialist. You can do your antenatal. You can give birth. You can have a surgery. So it covers a lot. I mean, the amount that you are paying is just very negligible, just a fraction of what you would normally pay if you had to go to the hospital.
If a lady is to do CS in the hospital, will it cover that?
Yes, it will be covered.
You mean it?
I can assure you that 100%.
Okay. Like I said, it sounded too good to be true. But which hospitals fall under your HMO?
We have hospitals all over the country. As I said, over 2,400 hospitals are available. But hospitals have different plans. Of course, you expect that hospitals are not going to operate the same tariff. They are not in the same location. So prices of medications, prices of services, procedures differ from hospital to hospital. So we have different cadres of hospital. But rest assured that because you are going to a hospital in a particular location, that the quality of that hospital is not as good as one highbrow location. We do what we call quality assurance checks and hospital inspections to say that no matter the hospital you go to, you will be served very, very well. There are doctors on ground to take care of you. There are pharmacists there. There are lab attendants to, give you the necessary services you need to be catered with.
All right. This one says, good morning, Victor. How affordable is health insurance for the average Nigerian? Smith is sending that one in. So maybe I want to ask that Smith's question. I'm going to pose it to you once again. So how affordable is it?
It is affordable. Just as I alluded to, as low as 25,000 naira annually, you can get a plan. We understand that even going to the hospital on one visit and you paying out of pocket, you can spend and overshoot that 25,000 naira. Even treating malaria alone can cost you more than 30,000 naira these days.
Right.
So it's important that we understand the kind of financial security and the peace of mind that buying a health insurance plan will actually bring to you.
All right. This one says, good morning, Traffic Radio. Are pre-existing conditions covered under health insurance plans in Nigeria? Thanks.
Definitely.
Ifeanyi sending that one in from our God. Thank you so much. So are they covered?
Definitely. We know that that's one of the major burdens we have in this part of the world, in Africa as a whole. Illnesses like hypertension, diabetes, arthritis. And yes, these are covered under the HMO plan, 100%.
Now, do HMOs choose what they want to cover, or is it supposed to be the same for, is that the rule from the regulator to say, look, you must cover this, you must cover that, or do you choose what you cover?
So there are certain national standards and even worldwide standards on what HMO covers. There are certain things, of course, that the HMO will not cover. Even all over the world, we talk about things like cosmetic surgeries. Of course, that will not be covered. Someone wants to, have some sort of implant or things like that, it will definitely not be covered. But we understand the terrain that we walk in. We understand the needs of the people, and that is what we try to cater to. Even in terms of customization, someone comes to us and says they want a particular plan for their family, they want a particular plan for their staff. They have more females on their staff and people within the reproductive age group. We know that things like gynecological care is something that will be important to them. So we can actually customize plans to cater to their very needs so that they will find value in the HMO. People say sometimes that I didn't use this thing, though. I paid money, I didn't use it for a whole year. They are giving me this. I don't need it. So we try to cater to your needs. And it's also important to state here that it's not just to go to the hospital to get treatment. Preventive health is also a big part of healthcare.
So do you guys do that?
Yes, we do that. that. So
how do you do that?
Yes, so we have wellness checks. Everybody is supposed to go for their wellness check annually. Where you go to the hospital or diagnostic center and they check your blood pressure, your cholesterol, blood sugar and things like that.
That's also covered under your HMO.
Yes, and we even go one step further, so we can bring the health check even to you, to your company.
This is news to the ears.
It is to some people, but of course we've been doing this for the past 1 or 2 years now, so we can actually go to your offices, to your company, to actually carry out a routine health check. We understand people are busy. Some people leave their houses as early as 4:30 a.m. and not to come back late at night.
Dr. Kingumi, I'm going to hold you on there. This one says, amazing morning, please sir, how does someone go about choosing the right HMO for their needs? Mrs. Kashim, Mrs. Kashim, thank you so much. So, what are the criteria for one to choose any HMO?
So there really is no criteria. It's a matter of choice. Our pedigree speaks for us.
Can one switch?
From HMO to HMO, or the plans?
No, HMO to HMO.
Of course, it's your choice, as I said. We can't hold anybody down to choose HMO. But as I've alluded to, our pedigree speaks for us.
Can I have 2 HMOs at the same time?
If you choose to, we have people, couples who the husband is working in company A and has a HMO under him, and the wife is working in company B and has another HMO. So they both have access to each other's HMO, because most HMOs will cover the family. So of course you can have 2 HMOs at the same time and choose to use the one that provides the better service at any point in time.
This one says, what are the key differences between private and government-backed HMOs? Between private and government-backed health insurance schemes. Yes. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yes, I totally understand. So as I said earlier, the government also has their social health insurance. In Lagos, they will have the LASHMA, where they are trying to ensure that everybody has access to health insurance. And the major function of the NHIA is to promote and integrate, healthcare insurance. So that integration part, they know that they cannot do it alone. The government cannot do it alone. They need help, of course, from private organizations as well. So the integration part is to try to, collaborate and bring the government HMO and the private sector HMO together. And usually the private HMOs are usually a bit more robust in terms of hospital access and services rendered.
All right, then this one says, good morning. I am Usman from Mile 12. Please, doctor, why do some hospitals reject HMO patients, and how can this be addressed? Usman, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, that question is a very, very good question. So I said earlier that it's the general consensus is that hospitals prefer cash paying patients because cash is king. So it's important that the relationship that the HMOs have with the hospitals is top notch. It's knowing that the HMOs patients are not second class citizens. You don't have to go there. Don't just toss them to the side and say, you go and sit down over there while let's treat the person that brought Ghana must go back to to access care. So it's the perception that has to change, and it has been changing over the last few years. And that's these people are actually part of a group, part of a team that actually knows what they're doing.
Let's run this off right now. So what's your pattern thought, and where's your office located, by the way? Bastion Health?
Yes, Bastion Health, I said we located nationwide in the 6 geopolitical zones. So we have offices in Lagos. Our 2 offices in Lagos are in Victoria Island and also in Yaba. The headquarters in Victoria Island at Deku. And then we have offices in Ibadan, Abuja, Kaduna, Enugu, Port Harcourt as well. So you can access us on the website, www.bastionhmo.com. That's our website, and you can actually buy a plan on the website. As I said, you can also reach out to us on the Bastion app, and of course our numbers is 0800 Bastion as well, so you can also reach out to us on our 24/7 customer care lines. And before I go, I'm sorry, I just have to chip this in that Bastion HMO is also doing a Valentine special.
You mean it?
So all the lovebirds in the house,
they can come around.
So they can go to Bastion HMO on Instagram. That's at Bastion HMO. Follow us on Instagram at Bastion HMO. If you buy a plan, 100,000 naira plan and above, you are able to have access to a very wonderful session. We're going to pick 2 couples in a raffle draw. We also have a wonderful session, with your loved one at a nice spa here in Lagos and other parts of the country as well.
That'll be good. All right, then, Dr. Kinkomi, it's nice having you in the building. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
All right, he did say you can call out then. That's 0800 Bastion. and that's 0800-2278-466. All right, then we'll leave it at that for now. We have to go. Thank you so much. We'll be switching gears to celebrate you on our birthday profile, and that'll be after this short break.
Nice. I take it you wanna stay strong. You wanna live long and stay strong. Logun, with a doctor's prescription. Montenman, all on doctor's attention. If you need solution, Montenman. Too much is given, much is expected.
Business owners struggling with how you buy, record, store, and sell your products effectively? Look no further. Manage your processes smarter with Paybox 360.
Imagine receiving orders from multiple channels, whether it's web POS, offline POS, your instant web, mobile phones, or microsites.
Paybox 360 helps you stay ahead with automated reordering to restock effortlessly.
And there's more. You also get a free POS system for seamless transactions, built-in accounting tools to track your finances effortlessly.
Whether you're running a supermarket, restaurant, chain of stores, or a single outlet, Paybox 360 gives you the tools to simplify operations.
Paybox 360 also offers powerful modules like HR management to automate payroll and offer employee benefits and spend management to track expenses and budgets seamlessly. Dial star 347 star 180 star 15 hash or call us at 020-133-00172 today.
Paybox 360. Buy, store, sell, and succeed.
All right, then. So before we switch gears, let's quickly celebrate you. If you are marking your birthday today, today's your day, we're ringing out the bell for you. Right now, on our birthday profile for celebrities, and the first name on our list, Olasukomi Akonle, a.k.a. Mama Shon. That's Mommy Shon. All right, then. She's wife to our general manager, the general manager of Lagos Traffic Radio, Taya Akonle. All right, then. So, Mom, we wish you the very, very best of this day. Happy birthday to you. Many more years of great fulfillment. That's our prayer for you. Ido Bello, a.k.a. Obello, is celebrating. Happy birthday to you. Rashid Shobaloju is also celebrating today as well. Fola Shade Kende, happy birthday to you. We wish you well. Mrs. Benedict Onwaigbe, today's your day too. We wish you well. Wale Omotola is vice chairman for FIBAN. Happy birthday to you. We wish you the very best of this day as well. Adekunle Da Silva is staff with Lagos State Government. Happy birthday to you. Abosede Matilukuru is celebrating of the SHS alumni. Big shout out going out to you. Otumba Samuel Faleye, happy birthday to you. We wish you well. Engineer Mrs. Tawa Kalitu Amokwe Williams, today's your day too. Your former general manager of Lagos State Water Corporation. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. All right, then Aishat Adebisi Akingbade AAA, aka Auntie BC, celebrating today as well. We wish you the very best of this day. Ayotunde Ogunsonwo, today's your day too. Engineer Samuel Oladimeji Dokpamu is celebrating. Happy birthday to you. Dikpo Shodunke is celebrating today as well. We wish you well. Bukola Babatunde, today's your day too. Happy birthday to you. Joseph Omoaka is nephew to John Omoaka of Lagos Traffic Radio's Programs Department. Joseph, happy birthday to you. Obasanjo Sanusi and his son Mufetoluwa Sanusi, who is clocking 4 today. So Obasanjo and his son, they're both celebrating. Happy birthday to you. Tosin is also celebrating as well. Tosin Imogeme, aka Pain Doctor. Happy birthday to you. We wish you the very best of this day. Moyosere Rahmat Elegushi is celebrating. Happy birthday to you. Mr. Ibrahim Kalejaye, today is your day too. And as we switch over to the traffic manager's